Okay, looks like we're about ready to start, everyone. Thank you, Tom, for the resubscription. What a way to start stream. Welcome on in, everyone. How are we doing this fine Tuesday evening? Looks like the audio might need to be a little bit louder. Get the music bumping a little bit. We got a little bit of a different stream here today. See a couple of new faces in chat. Welcome on in. What's up, Lorenzo, Lime, Jennifer DeLeaf? How you guys doing? We got Nando Lays here. Welcome on in. Coles. How you guys doing? Are we ready for some reversals of the Unova League? This is gonna be a little bit of a different stream. Usually we're playing some games, okay? Usually we're gaming. We're not gaming well, usually, to be honest. Oh, we got Exalted Falchion? Falcon? Welcome on in. Claire, how you doing? Oh, Tom is here and is in the process of making a big mistake. You'll love to see that. You'll love to see it. What's up, Coles? Are they gonna be Gen 1 through 4 Mons? So we're gonna get into that a little bit here as we start. I'm gonna set the ground rules a little bit to what we're doing. So, oh, okay, cool. I've currently got 685 cards in my cart on TCG. Somebody's got an addiction. That's all I'll say. But hey, you know what? If it works, it works, you know? If you're gaming and you've got your collection brimming, you'll love to hear it. So, we are here today to reverse the Unova League. Now, usually, when I'm making these videos, I kind of just do everything, all the planning for the reversing series in the background. And I wanted to try something out for this one. I wanted to plan with you guys so that anyone and everyone can add feedback as we go on. But here's the thing. This is a very important distinction. Nothing that we talk about in this stream is guaranteed to show up in the video. So like halfway through the video development, I decide to make a change. You're just gonna have to be okay with that, okay? But I think it's still gonna be fun to just talk with you guys about some theory crafting, you know? We're gonna shoot this shit, you know? It's gonna be fun. We're gonna be talking about some Pokemon. And this is probably... I want to say this is my second favorite region. And it's been a minute since I've covered anything surrounding these gym leaders, because I haven't done the fixing series with these gym leaders yet. Hopefully audio's okay. I'm gonna turn it down ever so slightly. What's up, Elgasp? How you doing? Is Kling Klang an honorary electric type? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. We will have to wait and see, Coles. So, there are two big things with the Unova League that I think we need to cover right off the bat that are different. This is very important, different from other regions. Now, one, I'm going to throw up this little display. This is going to be what you're looking at for pretty much the rest of stream today. Got a nice little layout for us, so we can kind of talk through the teams and squads as we go through them, as well as do some research, all on the same layout. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it great, guys? Hold on, are there 3 simultaneous champions? Maybe. So, this is the Unova League, and I've got their teams pulled up on a nice, simple layout. This is the original squads that we're working with, okay? Now, what's interesting about the Unova League is I feel like a lot of people have very fond memories of, you know, the difficulty in this game. But the problem is... Also, wait, why is there some gray there? Oh, that's just the website. The problem is, this Elite Four only has 4 Pokemon on each squad. What's up, Gakubo? Welcome on in. How you doing, friend? Lorenzo is saying Alder gets Larvesta. That's an interesting idea. So the problem is we're gonna have to design these teams around those limitations. So like, our Elite Four in this video only gonna have 4 Mons. We're gonna try our best to increase the difficulty within these limitations, but I think this is gonna be really cool because I think what I ideally want to do is start with Unova Black and White 1, and then maybe make a second sequel video covering challenge mode specifically in Black and White 2. So that opens up the door for a lot of the cool stuff. But for now, we are stuck in Black and White 1 with only Unovan Pokemon 2, so that's another distinction to keep in mind. Alder is a bug-type specialist? He might be. We'll get to that, we'll get to that. Gakubo is dying from overheat. That's not good. That's so crazy, because it's like, I'm in a rainstorm today, like the first of the week as well. And it's actually still bright outside, so I still have some of my window open. I don't think that's ever happened on a stream before. Like, usually, I got the windows closed because it's already dark out, but like, this is great. I'm on like cloud 9 right now. I'm doing great. But yeah, I'm really sorry to hear about the heat wave. Try a water type, I hear they resist overheat. Listen, if Sunny Day's up, it's a whole other story, you know? Alright, so yeah, like I was saying, The 8th gym only has 3 Pokemon, and I feel like a lot of people give a lot of crap to X and Y for doing that, but they don't say anything about Black and White. Now, they might be doing that because of Black and White 2 kind of retroactively fixing those mistakes, but I'm gonna stay within the lines here, okay? That's the plan. Now, secondarily, we have a bit of an issue. If you guys don't know, in Black and White 1, you do not face the champion until the rematch of the Elite Four. You face N. Now, originally, I was thinking, we make N the first gym leader of this league. But, here's the one problem with doing it that way. N isn't technically associated with the league, the Pokemon League of Unova. What's up, Ruin Queen? Welcome on in. So, here's what we're gonna do. We are making Alder our first gym leader. And we are going to make N interrupt the fight with the triplets. So, N doesn't move at all. His story doesn't change. It's simply the position of the gym leaders. Now here's the second issue. Alder being the first gym leader would be a sign of him taking a mentor role. Yeah, and it kind of works really well with like the gym, or the Black and White 2 games where he like shows up super early. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. N isn't associated with the league. His story arc still stays the same. It's just who he's interrupting at the end of the league that changes. Now, what's fun about this is we get to design 3 different champion fights that are technically rematch teams, so we can go all out with their teams. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Now, the problem is you can fight this Elite Four in any order. So, that to me says we can do one of 2 things. Number 1, we can either just go from left to right and make that the order that they swap in. So like, I think Chantal, is Chantal far left? Yeah, so Chantal would be like Gym 5. This would be Gym 4. Caitlyn would be Gym 3. Marshall would be 2. And then Alder would be 1. But because the game allows you to fight them in any order, I'm thinking, do we just associate whatever city makes the most sense for each gym leader? Or each Elite Four member? Does that make sense? So like, let's say, for example, the second gym town is very heavily associated with fighting types. I know it's not in-game, but that would mean that Marshall would make a lot of sense to go in the second gym position. Okay, Tom's on board. That's awesome. Role reversal, yeah. Or let's say, you know, maybe there's a graveyard in one of the cities, so it makes Chantal perfect to go in that city. Now, the problem is we're gonna have to figure out the positions as we go. So we're gonna have to do some research here on stream to figure out, you know, the lore of each city and which one makes the most sense. Tom says, alternatively, I like the idea that because the museum and library are there, that the psychic types go there. I like that. And that's what we're gonna get into. Mr. Ham as the first gym leader, I kinda love that. Hello? Lorenzo's cooking? Now, Coles brings up an interesting point. Bug can't work for Alder because we already will have a Bug Elite Four member. But hey, that didn't stop any other region from doing the same thing, okay? Because in Johto, Claire and Lance are in the same league. And they're both gym leaders, they're both dragon type gym leaders in the reverse league. in HG in reverse. Ooh, Chantal is a writer? We'll have to look into that as we go. Excuse me. Oh, the library? Wait, that does actually make a lot of sense, because her whole gym, or like Elite Four room, is a dark library, right? That'd be kind of cool. Or alternatively, we can also take into account like how difficult each gym or Elite Four member would be in each position. Like, let's say there's no counters to Marshall except for like maybe one Pokemon as early as the second gym, then that would be like a great reason to put them there. But ideally, there's an in-lore reason for why they're in each city. So that's what we're going to try to do. But step number one is trying to figure out Alder's team. So that's where we're going to start today. And we're going to try to be relatively brief as we go through each of these teams. As you can see, I already have the level caps here. I just went ahead and threw all of the names in. We can move these names around as we go. Like, let's say Caitlyn makes the most sense here. We can do that. Articuno Man, welcome on in. I'm from Russia. I barely understand English, but I really love watching you. Well, thank you for joining. That is much appreciated. And welcome from Russia. Marshall for Nimbasa because of the sports centers. That works really well, Claire. That works really well. Now, another thing that we haven't even mentioned is we do need to give these gym leaders new TMs. This can either take the form of existing TMs that make the most sense for these guys, or we can create a new TM by swapping like the number out or whatever with a different move that isn't originally a TM in the game. And we've done that before. Fabri Zorako? Zorako? I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, but you're Italian. I barely understand English. This is great. I'm getting like this whole worldly audience here. Welcome on in, everybody. If you're new, much appreciate you guys joining. Caitlyn is a high-class lady, so maybe Castelia. I could see it. I could see it. Okay, let's focus up. Alder. Alder is notoriously a mixed-type champion. Now, specifically, he uses a lot of bug types. So the question is, do we make Alder a bug-specific leader, or do we keep him general? What I've done in the past is I've assigned Steven the steel type. I gave Cynthia a completely different type in the normal type. So really that kind of opens the door to make us do anything. So like we could make this an all-arounder. Like obviously his ace is his Volcarona. We could use Larvesta here. We got a Bug Month Enjoyer in chat. You love to see it. I never liked people claiming Alder as a bug type specialist. Okay. Now, alternatively, if we make him a fire type specialist, I wouldn't love that because it does technically overlap with one of the champions. So what I want to do is kind of look at our options here, you know? I like this website, Vcoon. It's a very great resource for just like querying and searching for Pokemon. What we can do is filter by Gen 5 and then like take a look at the BST, because what we're going to do is we're going to try, this is kind of the overall goal, is to match, relatively speaking, the BST from the base teams with the ones that we're giving them now. So Gym 1, you got the elemental monkeys. What's up, Sunsteel? How you doing? OCreations be doing anything but fixing Sinnoh gyms. This is true. I have gone on record saying that Sinnoh is one of the the best crafted gyms as a whole, so I feel like the Sinnoh gym leaders don't necessarily need to be fixed. We got the throw-ins in chat, you love to see it. Is this stream just you yapping? Pretty much, it's just gonna be us sitting here and just talking. We're gonna be filling in this doc with ideas. Larvesta has an attack stat of 85. So, I have another little database here. This one's a little bit more visually stimulating. Gakubo says, I like hearing people yap. You love to see it. You're in the right place. Rourke could use like a Bonsly instead of a Geodude? Fair point, Sunsteel. But that's getting off topic. We're talking about reversing the Unova League here. So, Pansage, and by proxy the rest of the monkeys, have a BST total of 316. If you do Bug, Carablast, and Shelmet would be a nice duo to start with. I agree. I've actually taken a little bit of a look here. You make Black and White 2 or no? I did mention earlier that I think it'd be fun to do a separate video covering that because we could do like a challenge mode for it. You know what I'm saying? That would be interesting. What's up, YMac? How you doing? Welcome on in. Sorry, am I yapping too much for you, Coles? Alright, so, like I said, 316 BST. We're gonna go like a little bit under, a little bit over. Let's do 300 to 350. That's what we're going for. Let's search. Might take a second for it to load because it's a big database. And while that loads, let's take a look at his team again. Now, I've done a little bit of pre-work here. A little bit of options here for the Pokemon that Alder has used in the past. This is separated by Black and White on the top row and Black and White 2 on the bottom row, where he does actually have a different team. It's important to know. Because this is technically still just Black and White, I'd rather stick with the Pokemon that he has used by that point in the game. .305 to 335. It's a good range. This is still running. Kinda crazy. Just give it a sec. So, we've got the two bugs in Carablast and Shelmet. In the meantime, let's look up what the BST they're rocking is. Yeah, poor Snivy, true. Now here's the thing, that this does technically create a lot of wacky interactions balancing-wise, because obviously, like, Gym 1 in base Black and White is extremely balanced. It always will be no matter what. So that kind of leads to something interesting. We could do something like where Alder uses a Shelmet in white and then like Carablast in black, maybe? But let's also take a look at Larvesta. Larvesta is rocking a little bit of a higher BST at 360. But what we could do is give him a fully special attacking set to kind of offset that BST, like, difference, you know? So I'll keep that in mind. I do think that we should make Alder a bug-type specialist. It does technically overlap with Bugsy, or not Bugsy. Berg? No. Why am I blanking on his name? Yeah, Berg, yeah, that's right. But I think we can do something a little bit different with Berg's team to really fill it out. My one question is can we give him a full team of 4? That's... Oh, wow, this just... Okay, Vikun is just not working. You love to see that, chat. Claire says Larvesta is so brat. It's kind of an insane thing to say. So, Where do we take it from here? Let's take a look at the rest of the Gen 5 bugs. Let's just ensure that this is even possible without overlap. Let's say, for example, Alder uses Larvesta in one of the bugs, one of the Shelmet and the Carablast. Then we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other bug types that can still be used by Berg. So I don't hate that. That is definitely an option. For now, I'm gonna write that down. We got Shelmet or like Carablast, one of the two. And then we got Larvesta. And like I said, we could change this. It's not final. I did see some people in chat say that we could run like Vanillite 2. I don't love it, but it's still something we could do. Jonathan, welcome on in. 2 bug type trainers is very possible. There were 2 dragon type gym leaders in Johto, you know? Now, another thing I want to mention, or at least talk about while we're on stream, is the reason for their switching. Now, we could talk about this more, or at least I could try to think of ideas more off stream, but I think just getting a basis for their characters could be useful for us. This guy's always been like wandering around the region and stuff, so like we could very easily say, you know, decided to step down from the high position, focus more on his own growth or something, you know. Teaching new trainers in a far-off place in Unova. Yeah, mentor young trainers. Kind of in the same way or same vein that Sharon became the first gym leader, that kind of thing. He's teaching at the Striaton Trainer School? Is that technically a trainer school? It is, yeah. That's actually a really good idea, Whipino. Good call, good call. Yeah, so then if we go to Striaton City, kind of go through what we got here. Here's the vibe. There's the trainer school. Pokemon Academy is a blah blah blah. Yeah, honestly, I think that makes the most sense. The only other thing I could think about is how there's like this house here that's talking about the dream, whatever, dream world, dream something. And they give you the sea gear and all of that. But I don't really know. I don't think that matches up very well with Alder, because I feel like Alder's very much a man of the land, whereas Fennel and Amanita are more like tech bros, kind of that kind of thing. Aspie, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. How is this going to work with Black and White 2? It's a great question. We are not talking about them, though. We're talking about the originals. I do plan on making a Black 2, White 2 video, though. So that is something I do, or at least I'm interested in doing right now. Yeah, it doesn't really match up with the triplets either. I'm just kind of grasping at straws here. Now, before we even touch any of the teams for the Elite Four, we need to figure out the position of each Elite Four member. As I was saying beforehand, they can be battled in any order. Where are they? Here they are. These guys can be battled in any order. What that means is, I've kind of allowed myself to put them in the order that makes the most sense, lore-wise. So, let's take a look at each one of these guys' characters, figure out what they're about, and we're gonna try to, like, match them up to the best of our ability to other towns in Unova. triples champion. Yeah, exactly. And it's going to be cool because you can only battle them in the rematch version of the Elite Four. So it's going to be like an ultra powerful squad, or at least that's the idea. So we need Nakreen City, right? We also need Castelia City, right? It's already there. Castelia City. Make them do triple battle or rotation. I would love to. And then we also have, is it Nimbasa? Nimbasa City. Yup. And then we have Driftvale. Boom. Okay. So let's start with the characters. Let's go with Chantal here. Everyone is saying Chantal for Nakreen. I'm gonna write that down for now. And what that means is we'd be getting a second gym as the ghost leader, which is kind of insane. What's the song? Oh, you should be able to do exclamation mark something. Let me pull it up. Exclamation mark song should tell you what the song is, but it is Conquest. Yeah, so we have Chantal here, an Elite Four trainer of Unova. She is known to write books based on the lives and adventures of other trainers, such as in Alder and Volkner. That's interesting. That is the last gym leader in Sinnoh. I don't think I've ever known that, actually. According to herself, she likes writing about trainers' bonds with their Pokemon and uses her experiences in battling challengers as inspiration for her stories. She also visits Undella Town for Cynthia, as do other female gym leaders and Elite Four members. Okay. So that's her squad. There's some extra lore in the manga and the TCG. Yeah, honestly, I feel like this is a pretty easy Nakreen City answer, right? Leaf says, I do have a problem with the ghost type this early on. There are no evolutions and not available to catch this early on. Yeah, so here's the thing that's going to be interesting, because I think what this league does specifically is they only use Pokemon that are available to the player at the point where they're at in the game. And we might have to go against this here, which kind of sucks. But I think due to how limited the Pokédex is, we might have to not do that. I'm going to note the reasoning for each place first. We'll go through and see if the gameplay lines up with it, because we do want this to be a fun gameplay experience on top of it being, you know, well thought out. Ever want to write about the potential of newer trainers? True, yeah. Literally, I can just copy and paste this. She is known to write books. Decided to switch it up and start writing about new trainers in her region. Something like that, yeah. I think that works. And let me just do that. Yeah, cool. Make these go here. Yeah. Now we'll go back and look at the team team building or theory crafting for the teams once we think about the positions first. So let's go through this real quick for all 4, and then we'll go in and build the teams. So we have 3 Elite 4 members remaining: Marshall, Grimsley, and Caitlin. And we can go ahead and knock Nakreen City off the list, as well as Chantal. So let's look at Marshall. You know what? Let's go from right to left. Grimsley is next here. He is the son of a distinguished family that fell into ruin. Interesting. And as a result, he developed a gambling addiction? Why did I never know this? This is our Bruno. This is our Bruno from Heart Gold Soul Silver. That's so funny. If you guys are not in the know, we made Bruno a gambler in both Kanto in reverse and Heart Gold in reverse, because Bruno gets sent to Celadon City in Kanto and then also into Goldenrod City in Heart Gold. It's crazy how well that lined up. So we decided to connect the dots and just make it all about the gambling, baby. Bro, let it ride. So that leads me to which city makes the most sense for gambling. My personal bias is telling me to go to the biggest city, which is Castelia City. But Nimbasa also had some Las Vegas-esque vibes. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's lit by the flash of lightning. It's bright at night, it's flashing lights. There's events happening everywhere. I feel like this might be the best spot for him. But then that leaves, I guess, would Caitlin go to the big city? Definitely Nimbasa. Yeah, theme parks, the bustling city of entertainment. Yeah. This to me is clear. Let's keep reading about Grimsley, though. There's maybe more lore here. Grimsley, having stepped down as an Elite 4 member, reappears in Sun and Moon on Route 15, where he assists the player by registering Sharpedo into their ride pager. He also participates as a trainer in the battle tree, blah blah blah. He's a surfer. He competes under the name Big G? I've never heard of this. What is happening? Nimbasa makes sense. Okay. Castelia is the city that never sleeps. It'd be funny if Caitlin is there. That is kind of crazy. That's kind of funny. Okay, so bro turns into a surfer. Grimsley tends to hold the second place position at the various beaches. Samson Oak is usually the person in third. Interesting. Is there anything else here? Bro just looks like a gamble maxer. Like, he's sitting down at the blackjack table every single time. Crovavi? Welcome on in. Which version of the league are you redoing? Black and white or B2 W2? This is black and white that we're doing first, and we might come back and revisit black 2 and white 2. And when we do that, it'll be like the challenge mode equivalent. So you'll see a little bit more of a difference between the two videos. That's the plan, at least for right now. Catharup says, Striaden, Alder, Nakreen, Caitlin, Castelia, Marshall, Nimbasa, Grimsley, and Driftvale, Chantal. Interesting. Nimbasa is based on Coney Island, which is known for its beach. I mean, this video is just writing itself right now. Can I be honest? Come on. Oops. So let's write down Let It Ride in the big city of Vegas. No, you cannot be honest. I want you to lie to us. Okay. This video is coming out tomorrow. Heck, I'll even say this video is coming out this month. Oh, it's the 28th. Big whoop. I think Grimsley's going to Nimbasa. And then also represents Coney Island beach area, is known for his surfing in Alola. Okay. So we have 2 of the 4. Now we just need to figure out where Caitlin and Marshall go. Now we might find that someone fits somewhere else a little bit better. So let's just keep going. We have, oh, I closed the wrong page, my bad. I'm the world's worst browser navigator. Oh, and you and I both know your editing style. This video won't even be out by the time I turn 31. This is true. Unfortunately, I can say without a doubt this is true. What's going to be Alder's typing? Right now I'm thinking bug, but that is subject to change. Okay. Let's keep going. Caitlin, also found in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. The employer of Darak oversees the Battle Castle facility. Okay. She's responsible for determining... I forgot about this connection that she shows up in previous games. Also in Pokemon Platinum. In Black and White and Black and White 2, appears as an Elite 4 member. She traveled to the region alone in order to develop her skills further. So she's like the outsider a little bit. It's revealed that she possesses some sort of psychic powers, and that in the past she had an explosive temper that would erupt if she lost a battle, causing her psychic powers to cause a lot of damage. Okay. May also explain why she was quite impatient, as she demanded that Darak give the player castle points at once. Okay, so this is like a very impatient outsider to the league. Interesting. What's also true is that Owen didn't know it was my birthday. Oh my gosh, is it your... Wait. You turned 31 3 days ago? Oh my gosh. On the 25th? I totally forgot. My bad, Tom. Happy belated birthday. Did you put your birthday in the birthday Discord channel? It's too late? No, don't tell me that. Come on. I hate you now? No. I'm so sorry. I'll give you a TCG pack on the house. How about that? Castelia is based on Manhattan, which is a very high immigrant population. It's not a bad idea. Castelia... I'll write it down for now. It's not perfect, but Castelia City, Manhattan. Make it a 10-pack or nothing. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. Okay. What else we got? So, let's look at Castelia City. These are an entertainment, city streets with different people rushing around. That might be the play, actually. Largest city in Unova. Make a gamble all option. I really should, Jennifer. People make the fossil Pokemon awake from sleep in Nakreen City. Honestly, I feel like Caitlin can just fit wherever. Marshall moves to Driftvale to work on constructing the World Tournament. That's kind of hype, actually. The city is a melting pot, incorporating cultures and foods from other regions. Is there a Sinnoh-specific food? I feel like Sinnoh doesn't really have that. Right? That is a W idea, for sure. Oh, Poffins? The old Gateau? That's more what I was thinking. So I think, hypothetically speaking, if I were to be able to create a hack like this, I would want to have Caitlyn, like, offer an old Gateau. You know what I mean? I was also thinking of that, Ruin Queen, because we could make Marshall, go to Castelia because it's got a big, like, boxing scene. I could see that happen for sure. Let's take a look at Driftvale, because honestly, I kind of really see Marshall fitting in here just because it's like, bro's like working with his hands, you know? I'll also note, what did I say? I'll copy this in. So could have Caitlyn offer an old Gateau to the player to reference this. Perfect. Okay, that's not bad. That is not bad, chat. Very good, very good. Okay, so let's take a look at Marshall. Let's make sure that he fits up with Driftvale. I like the direction we're going in with here. Let's go to Marshall first. Marshall appears as the Elite Four member. He calls himself Alder's apprentice, though he is largely unaware of Alder's thoughts. He's first mentioned outside of Twist Mountain when Alder says Sharon reminded him of Marshall due to the value he places on power. Okay. So really not a lot of lore here. But like, because his ace... Bro, I didn't even realize this. I thought his ace was Conkeldor, not Mienshao. Ruin is just fine? Okay, sounds good. Marshall up in the mine working on his fitness. Bro's just working hard. Okay, so he does kind of have Conkeldor as his ace sometimes. It is in the remakes, okay. Or at least in the sequels, rather. That's why I kind of forgot. That makes a lot of sense. Have his Pokemon help with construction on the side for training. True. Sapphic, welcome on in, by the way. I don't think I've seen your name before. Okay. Is there anything else here? He prevents the player from entering Twist Mountain, saying that there's been a cave-in. Okay, so he's been seen around, like, mountainous structures and whatnot, and, like, ground cavities. That could work. That could work. So have him working on the development of the PWT and also digging out the cave next to the city. Generally working in the mines. Yearning. Oh, I don't even see... I'm not even showing this on the stream. My bad. Yearning. So let's throw that in there. That's not bad. Marshall has Pokemon found in Riftvale Tunnel. Oh, okay. How would Chantal help with Team Plasma during the first heist? It's a good question. You could kind of relate the fossils to, or at least like the exhibits, to maybe have ghosts around them? Maybe? Something like that. I like this vibe though. So, what else we got going on? Ocean Port City. Honestly, I could see a big underground boxing ring taking place in Driftvale. You know what I'm saying? Jarvax, we are talking about the Elite Four positions. We haven't gotten far in the team building yet because the positions of the Elite Four members You can battle them in any order. So we are assigning them the order that makes the most sense right now. Fossils are relics from the past. Exactly. She wants to protect her relics. Reason for helping against plasma. Wants to protect relics of the past. Something like that. Maybe have her ghosts corral them into Pinwheel Forest. Okay, okay. Did we figure out who is champion? Yes, we did. We are going with Alder, and the reasoning is that, technically speaking, N is not in the Pokemon League. You battle him in the same position as the champion, but he's not actually the champion. Which means that Alder is going to be the first gym leader, and the triplets are going to be fought in the rematch of the Elite Four. Another point for Chantal. Night at the museum. Night at the museum. I'm writing it down. Write that down. Write that down. What's up, Dat? Welcome on in. So I'm done getting cards for now. Want to guess my final number? What were you at? 685 earlier? Something like that? I'll say 902. What do we think? 857. That's my final answer. I'm locking it in, Tom. Right at the museum, more like. True, Exalted. True. Right at the museum. Ooh, 818. Okay, it was good that I went down. It was good that I went down. But you know what? That makes sense. I hope they're all good cards that fill out your collection and the specific sets that you need. Your number was over. You have lost. The price is right. Dang it! Good point. Good point. Yeah, if I said 800, then I'd be a gajillionaire. Okay, right. Back on track. Back on track. So, we have figured out, I think, the positioning of the Elite Four members. It's almost right to left, but not quite. So it's kind of fun. It's a new position, or at least route, I would say. Cool. Isn't Lenora's puzzle a library too? Exactly, yeah. Yeah. Maybe they got divorced to Lenora's husband? Well, I mean, that's his occupation, you know? He could still work there. They might just be long distance, you know? Because, like, if you're Lenora, where do you... Actually, for that matter, if you're an Elite Four member, where do you sleep at night? Does anybody know this? Or do you just constantly stand in that room until the end of time? Because what I'm thinking is like, if Lenora is at the Elite Four, maybe, does she, like, fly back to Nimbasa at night? Caitlin has a bed, you're right. You solved it, Jarvax. Lenora just commutes to the Pokemon League. That's what I'm thinking. I guess Skyla just takes her back and forth, and I feel like that's a really bad on the environment. Oh, man. That's funny. You probably get discounts for food sold at the League. True. 15% off at the Pokemart at the end of the line. That's a mess of a marriage. Listen, I think Lenora's husband thinks it's worth it, okay? This is New York. They got a subway somewhere. Yeah, but it doesn't go anywhere important. It just goes to that one town that you can visit in the post game, right? I don't even remember the name of it. Can someone remember the name of that town for me? It starts with an A or something, right? It's definitely not A. Anyways, Anvil Town, exactly, yeah. Anvil Town. Yeah, it's the only place the subway goes to. It's like, why are we here? What is this for? Okay, Google doesn't want to work. Great. It's a rail yard. It's not even a town. There's a map of the subway? Really? I wonder if we can find this on this site. We don't talk about Anvil Town? True. Nobody ever does, and yet it's just existing. Are you gonna do this for both black and white and black 2 and white 2? Yes, or at least that's the idea right now. I'm planning on doing one for both. Okay, let's continue. Banger song, by the way. So, we need to bring... So we have Chantal and Caitlin, and then Grimsley and Marshall. That's perfect, right? Yeah. Okay, so Chantal is going to be the Nakreen City gym leader. So let's take a look at who she is replacing. That is Lenora. Oops. Let's take a look. We have a herdier and a watchhog. Okay. What's the BST of watchhog, everyone? Everyone should know this already. Drum roll. 420. That's why his eyes are red, okay? Come on. Alder's team is hard to think of. Yeah, we should probably go back to Alder in just a sec. What do people in Anvil Town do when their Pokemon are injured? Oh, they don't have a Pokemon Center? They gotta commute to the hospital, bro. That sucks. That makes so much sense, to be honest. I know, right? And he's got Keen Eye! It's 69. Thanks, Jetman. Welcome on in, by the way. Okay, so 420 is kind of what we're looking at. Does Vikun want to work now? It does. Very cool, very cool. Okay, so Gen 5, and we're looking at like 380. No. Let's do like 400 to 450. Around that range. And we also want, ideally, a ghost type. Does this exist in the Gen 5 decks? It does not. That sucks. Can we get 420 viewers in this stream because of Watchhog? Dude, if Watchhog raids me, that would be awesome. Alright, so let's take a look at this from the other angle. Let's look at ghost types. I guess we could just do a wider range, so like 380 to 460. I don't want to go too much higher, you know what I mean? I think if we go lower, we can overclock it a little bit. Lampent might be the best bet. I think it's going to be harder. Well, let's keep expanding a little bit. We got Lampent, and it's at 370. That's kind of awkward, not going to lie, chat. We go to 480. Anything there? We do have Jellicent at 480. Jellicent seems like it might be a little too much, chat. I don't know. This Watchhog does have Retaliate. Yeah. Because I do want this to be a challenging fight. Because I honestly think that Lenora's team is a challenging fight. Do we want to circle back to placement here? Does it still make sense for Chantal to be the second gym leader? It's kind of a hard place to be in when you don't have a mid-tier Pokemon at your disposal. And then, like, even from there, Herdier. What is Herdier's BST? Probably, like, closer to Lampent's. 370 exactly. That would be the lead. So, like, low-key, you'd have a Lampent and a very underclocked Jellicent. Like, it would need to be a weak moveset. Cofagrigus just weak? Yeah, this is tough. It works lore-wise, but it kind of breaks down at the gameplay. You mask? Let's take a look at a wider view of all the ghost types in this gen. That's all we're working with. So that's why Chantal only has 4 Pokemon, by the way. A Golurk with just Pound? True. Golett is at 303. Yamask is probably around the same. Oh, wow. Yep, 303. Frillish, 335. How do we even take down Jellicent and Lepant this stupid early on? Yeah, let's look at Pokemon Black and White walkthrough. So we can take a look at kind of the encounters that we have at our disposal this early on. Because, you know, there is Liepard, or at least I believe you get this evolution, right? Yeah, level 20. So you get Liepard at the level cap. That seems pretty good. Not gonna lie, because Liepard's pretty fast too, yeah? I hate the updates to Bulbapedia, by the way, can I just say? I mean, it's okay. Like, the new font is nice, typeface, whatever you want to call it. But honestly, why do you not just put the base stats at the top of the page? That's like #1 thing I'm always looking for when I look up a Pokemon on Bulbapedia. True, Lampent does fit the vibe of her being in a library. That's fun. 446. So, like, honestly, my part's looking pretty good. Is there a reason for, like, low-key, is there a reason for, what's-his-face, Grimsley to be here? Liepard would make for a very compelling swap from, Watchog. Ooh, Cofagrigus is only 3 points higher, and it's easier to defeat. That's a fair point. So, like, if we go to 490, yeah, find it. Yeah, I do. What's the BST here? So it's very bulky. I don't mind this, actually. And then we also have to think about the TMs we'd give this guy. I'm gonna look up Pokemon Black and White TMs. So this is gonna be interesting because this will tell us what we have at our disposal already. I kind of like the look of Bulbapedia more. Surprisingly, after everything I just said. Now, traditionally, a gym leader does give out a TM of their same type. Physical attacking Cofagrigus. Yeah, I think we found it. And it's kind of an interesting switch up from Watchog. Because if you think about it, right? Watchog is not quite as min-max as I thought. I thought it'd be more like a glass cannon. It's not quite a glass cannon, it's just like all of its stats are kind of low. Super museum coded? Oh, true! Yeah. Okay, this still works, I like this. So, Cofagrigus. Let's think about movesets a little bit here. What would the TM be for a Ghost-type leader at Gym 2? Shadow Ball is way too powerful this early. Shadow Claw is interesting, but I guarantee you, Cofagrigus does not learn it. Let's check it out. I'm sorry for steamrolling the Chantal and the Kreen situation. Also, what are we looking at here? What? What? Why is this on Bulbapedia? Huh? That's so funny. I had no idea it could do that, but it makes so much sense that it would. What are we looking at here again? Moveset, moveset. Okay, okay. So it actually does get Shadow Claw. That's interesting. Does it get it in Gen 5? Ooh, it does not. Maybe on breeding? No. Yikes. Yikes. Hex could be good. Sock and Throw is available for Marshall at Gym 2. True. I do see that. Yeah, true, Deleaf. This is a very late evolution, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look. I mean, we haven't, like, we've broken this rule before. I'll say that. We'll go back to Alder and take a look at them again after we take a look at Chantal. I wanna like get to a good place with one. We need Marshall. So we think we're backtracking on the Chantal library angle. Wait, what's Johtoism about it? Marshall would be a more compelling fight this early on. But let's take a... If we want to put Marshall this early, we still do need to take a look at the encounters that are available. Because, like, you do get mana at 20%, so getting... Is that even guaranteed? Because I think you can... It's not guaranteed. You can get Lillipup on Route 1. It's pretty likely that you get mana. It's pretty common. A concerned viewer has joined the chat. Hello. The challenge rock is next to Nakreen. True, and that makes sense for Marshall. Shouldn't Alder be fire because Berg is already a bug? Alder could have like Darumaka and Larvesta. We'll get back to Alder in a sec. I'm not opposed to there being two of the same because there is a fire champion in Chile, you know? Like it'll double up no matter what. Johto gym leaders up to champion have their... Oh yeah, true. Yeah, they like to cheat in Johto. They like to cheat. I kind of like this because like you're gonna have a really tough time if you don't have mana. And do you even get... Surely you get the bird, right? Before Gym 2? I believe Route 3 has Pidove, right? Yeah, okay. Right now I have Grimsley and Nimbasa because he's a big gambler and that city reminds me of Las Vegas. Okay, so let's think about this, right? Do we think that Driftvale could work for Chantal? I don't know if this is gonna work. Doesn't scream library to me. It doesn't scream ghosts or writing about... You could maybe make an argument that, like, she knows that the PWT is gonna be made soon, so she's preemptively moving here so she can write about the trainers that battle in it. Maybe... She keeps bodies in the cold storage. Crazy. And then, like, maybe we should come back to the early gyms because of that. Let's pivot. I hate to admit defeat, but maybe swap Chantal and Marshall. Yeah, I don't mind it. Do writers like to work at a library? And I would assume so. Like, it makes a lot of sense for her to come here. Grimsley's in Nimbasa. Yeah, let's take a break from the Elite Four early game for a sec. I want to, like, actually make some team progress. Let's go back to Alder and try to figure out his squad a little bit more. And then we'll come back to Elite Four. I think what we want to do, because it's already, what, an hour into this stream? Let's finalize Alder a little bit, fill out his moves a little bit, and then we'll move beyond the Elite Four to Drayden and Iris, and we'll start thinking about those. We'll come back to the Elite Four a little bit. Deep Cut Heartbreaker Charles is in Driftvale as Chantal's #1 romance novel fan. Is that real lore, or is that made up? Is that real lore? Claire says, I'm a writer and I'm legitimately in a library right now. That's good. Oh, it's made up? Okay. I mean, that's fun lore, I will say. If we could find something like that to connect the city. Like, I was grasping at straws with Glacia, but then I learned that Glacia likes some ramen shop in Oras, in Mauville City, and I learned that they went down more of that lore, or at least mentioned it more in Masters EX, and I took that and I ran with it for the Hoenn in Reverse League. So, okay. Let's focus up, like I'm saying, on Alder. We're going back to Alder, chat. His ace is a Volcarona. And like I was saying before, the ace of the triplets is a monkey at 313 BST. So I'm thinking, let's sit around 300 to 350 range. Let's get rid of the ghost restriction. I think this might work to have him as the bug leader. These are all of the Pokemon available in this range. Let's take a look at what Pokemon he has used. Carablast, Shelmet, Vanillite, Larvesta. We have Carablast. I believe Larvesta is a little bit higher. Shelmet's here. I wonder if we can just give him a Carablast and Shelmet. You know what I mean? Like, just don't even worry about Larvesta. Let's just give him the duo. That'd be kind of fun. At the very least. And then, like, he's got some of his early, or some of the Pokemon here from his Black and White 2 team, but I just don't, I'd rather stay away from that. There's Vanillite. We could throw him on, but then I don't know. How OP would it be to just slap an Audino on him? What would be the reasoning for him to have an Audino? Because what's Larvesta's BST again? Because I think I mentioned this earlier, we could just have him be a special attacking Larvesta. Like, I don't think that's a bad idea. let's take a look at Larvesta's moveset. It's always training younger trainers and auto-knows an EXP battery. Yeah. Okay, okay. I could see the vision. How did I hit game locations? 360 is the BST, by the way. Now, I could see this if it's running special moves. Let's say... What's the ability here? Is it Flame Body? I kind of like Flame Body. Swarm is probably more like lore accurate if we want it to be like a bug leader, but like Flame Body is pretty cool for a bug gym, you know? Let's think about that for a sec. We have Ember. I like Ember. Ember's good. It's a special move. It does mean that Snivy is gonna hate this gym. Important to note, actually, Flame Body is going to make all of the early game Mons incredibly weak. This is Gym 1, right? So the player has access to Lillipup, Patrat, Purloin, all physical attackers. I think the only special attacking Pokemon that you can access to is Munna, and it's a psychic type, commonly found as a weakness to bug-type Pokemon. So this is kind of an insane early game wall. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is kind of disgusting. If there's like, is there like a really weak... Is there like a Struggle Bug? I like Struggle Bug. Throw a Struggle Bug on there, that's probably the TM, yeah? Let's pencil that in. I like that as the TM. Because what does it do? Does it lower special attack? Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. In Gen 6, it got moved to 50 base power. It's good to know. Very good to know. We said this is a special attacking one, yeah? Yeah. So, like... I don't know, the burn potential is kind of gross. Like, I'm kind of tempted to make this Swarm for game balance. And then, like, if he throws an Ember out and he gets the burn, that's tough luck, you know what I'm saying? The first gym doesn't have a unique TM to give out? Is that real? Is it not Workup? Or is that what you mean? Like, it's not a different TM depending on the type? Oh, Leech Life? Nah. Like I said, I kind of want it to just be a special attacker. You know what I mean? Yeah, String Shot for... some speed control, because what's the speed on this guy? 60? Oh, okay. It's low-key gonna already be outspeeding a couple of things, which, honestly, I'll take that, though. That seems pretty good to me, I'm not gonna lie. So, like, Struggle Bug gonna counter all... Well, let's actually take a look at the stats of Munna, because I'm assuming Munna's gonna be bulkier on the special side, special defense side. Not by much, but it might matter. This thing's PST is so low. Workup is BW2 Sharon. Is that real? I guess it is, huh? Trainers who defeat Sillin will receive the trio badge along with Workup. There you go. There you go. Not bad. So, I do kind of like that being the 3-move kit. With Struggle Bug being the TM. So, now, let's take a look at Shelmet and Carablast. It does learn Struggle Bug on level up. What's the BST here? What's up, Tyler? How you doing? Yeah, we got the working session a little bit. Oh, you know what? Let me plug the stream in your cord real quick. Changing it up a little bit. Got Donkey Kong music, that's right. We're chilling. Yeah, so the triplets and Sharon both give out workup, which, you know what, I kind of like that anyways. So this gets, I'm assuming overcoats the hidden ability here. I think it's hydration or shell armor. I guess what we can do, let me insert a new row here, and we can kind of divide them out. I do kind of like the idea of making it version exclusive, but at the same time, I don't want to really like divide up the teams. I might end up just choosing one and going with it. You know what I mean? Give Shelmet Acid and Curse. Interesting. I like Shelmet more, to be honest. Leech Life, Struggle Bug, and Acid. So this thing is not really an attacker at all. It just kind of sits there. Which would be kind of more reminiscent of Larvesta. It wouldn't do as much. There's tiny info in the gym leader bio, just saying TM83. Ah, gotcha. Does this have higher... No, okay. So, like, it probably isn't going to be Leech Life either. It's still 20 base power. I think it just runs the, in both cases, honestly, it's just running the TM of choice. I'm going to italicize those to represent the TM. Big boom, big boom. Acid lowers SPDEF? Oh no. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's kind of fun. Give it Bide? That would be insane. I kind of love that. So, like, hydration's not going to do anything for it, so I guess we'll go Gel Armor here. And then I'm assuming right here is Carablast? Nope. If I could make you open 10 TCG packs, I would. New pack today. This is true. Although I do owe Tom one because I forgot his birthday. So I will open a 10 pack, which is funny because I just opened another 10 pack earlier. And I have no money. I have no money. Yeah, true. It is. Shelmet is bulky enough to sustain Abide. We want to see Carablast. What's its ability? Yeah, I don't understand why they're far away in the decks. That seems peculiar to me. This is Swarm or Shed Skin. I feel like Shed Skin's the way to go, right? Like, Swarm could be interesting. I'll pencil in both for now, just like Larvesta, just in case. Could be some shenanigans there to be had. Duplicate that. Okay, so let's fill in Shelmet's moveset here. We got Struggle Bug. It's got Acid early, which is interesting. Curse is gonna be not Ghost type Curse. It'll be plus attack and defense minus speed. Maybe avoid Shed Skin because Larvesta already has a busted early ability. I think that's what I mean. Like, if we give Larvesta Flame Body, we're probably going to give Carablast Swarm. But if we do Swarm Larvesta, then we could maybe get away with Shed Skin Carablast. Where's my man Watchhog at? I know, right? So, like, I don't think Curse is going to be useful here because we're running special moves on Shelmet. Mega Drain's kind of fun. It would give... What level is that? 20? Never mind. So it's getting Struggle Bug via TM. And I do kind of like Bide here. That's kind of fun. It's very unique. I'll run Acid and Bide. Because yeah, Acid does have lowering SpDef stat, and I think that plays very nicely with Larvesta. Pencil it for now. Owen the British Nuzlocke streamer? Is that a British term? Huh? Yeah, I think that would be good. I agree, Jarvax. So then Carablast. You got Peck. What's the... Okay, so we got a physical attacker here, so it would really hate to see Struggle Bug, but that could be a reason to use it, especially if Larvesta is kind of busted. It kind of makes Carablast a little bit more balanced. And then we do have Peck for Pansage and Snivy, but like, I guess it would just be like a non-stab physical super effective move that Carablast would use. I wonder... I think the AI would calculate it as a higher damaging move, right? I don't know, that's interesting. False swipe? Rip Snivy enjoyers with the hard mode first gym. I mean, I kind of like that it's slightly not really balanced, because it wasn't balanced at all in Sapphire. Because, like, Steven the Steel type first gym leader, what are we doing here? Like, this is far and away the Torchic sweep. Why would I give it false swipe? That doesn't make any sense. We could just give it Leer. I don't know. It's kind of nothing, though. Like, Leer plus Peck, maybe? Endure kind of nothing. Snivy is a whack loser anyways. Listen! There's a time and place for my boy Snivy, okay? It's not here and it's not now, but there is a time and place out there for him, I will say. Endure for the memes? What does that give us, though? What's the speed stat of this guy? 60? Okay, maybe it's outspeeding something this early, right? What's, like, Lillipup's speed, for example? 55? Okay, but also level diff. What about Pat Rat? 42. There you go. You're outspeeding Pat Rat. Congratulations. I think that's the only play, right? It's Peck and Endure. Leer doesn't get us much value. Endure doesn't either. That's the thing. Could you give it a funny TM? Attract? Something that's, like, on brand for Alder. You know what I'm saying? Give it Pursuit. That'd be disgusting. That would actually be disgusting. Let's take a look again at, like, Sillin's moveset here. What do we want to, like, even up to? This is 60 base power non-stab bite, and then 40 base power Vine Whip, right? 45. That's disgusting. I think Sillin is the strongest leader because of that move. So I think we can do a little bit more here, because it's 60 base power bite on what is the attack stat of Lillipup again? Screech, maybe? I could see Screech. 60 base power attack. So Carablast is going to be hitting harder, generally speaking. Not by much, but by a little. So I could see something here. It does get Screech on, and I do like that it's not 100% going to hit all of the time. That's not bad, because then it's like, Screech has no use once Larvesta comes out, so it's only helpful with Carablast, and it does pair well. Man, I wish Peck was like 45 base power, not 35. Protect doesn't really get us anywhere, though. It just stalls PP at this point. I'm thinking Screech. Or we just make it not have the TM of Struggle Bug. And we give it Fury Cutter plus Peck and Leer. Horn Attack would go insane this early. I could see it. I could see it for sure. Yeah, no, I'm not trying to make first gym lead or like this gym the most challenging thing out there. It should provide some challenge, for sure. Like, have you seen what I've done to Lance? My god. That was hilarious. Now that I think about it, I kind of want to be funny. I kind of want to give this thing flame body. We have to continue Nuzlocks, right? Wait, what do you mean? Believe. Like it... I do want this to be Nuzlockable. Is that what you're getting at? Okay. Let's keep going. I think we kind of have a good foundation for Alder. I like what we're cooking. So let's keep moving. We've reached a good point. We are now going to skip the Elite Four, because I kind of want to worry about the placement a little bit more. It seems like there's a lot of interplay with the lore, reasoning, and game balance, so I think this is going to take a little bit more time for me to really figure out. I think we did start in, like, we got to a point, but I want to really make sure that we're doing right. So we are going to skip to Drayden and Iris. So this is interesting because Drayden and Iris are gym leaders of Opelucid City, which has a different appearance depending on... Oh, is this only in black and white too? Let me make sure. Does this also take place... Yeah, so black and white also have this difference between the city. So I'm kind of... not stumped, but I'm struggling to figure out, like, how we can make this work. Because they get flipped to... level 35. So that would be Skyla / Mistralton City. And Mistralton City isn't really much of a city, it's just kind of an airport and a gym. Change their team between games? Yeah. Change up the vibe a little bit. So... okay, technically there is a visual distinction between the two, right? You've got the different greenhouse materials and whatnot. Is that also... a Resonance, welcome on in. I love the Alola cameo reference with Grimsley, true. I do like that about him. Demographics. Is there, like, not an appearance? Okay, here we go. This is black. I think this is kind of the same. There is a Pokemon Tower up north and Chargestone Cave and Mistralton Cave to the south. This is true. This is true. Okay, so let's take a look. Is this too loud? How we... yeah, that's fine. Inko Holy K, welcome on in. Make it a double battle, maybe? That's kind of fun. If we make it into a ROM hack, I'll consider that, just because otherwise I would only make, like, black or white, so one would not be developed. So this is kind of fun. We're gonna see a dragon gym at a slightly earlier point in the game. Not quite as early as I think it would be, like, super interesting. I think it'd be really fun to have a Dragon Gym, like in Nimbasa. But I don't hate this too. Let's look at the Pokemon here. So this is a 3-Mon squad with Swoobat, Unpheasant, and Swanna. Swanna is the ace. Let's take a look at the BST, folks. This is kind of the formula that we're going with. 473. Now this is going to be interesting because you don't see a lot of like middle BST stages for dragons unless it's like a 3-stage Pokemon. Maybe they have to move to Mistralton to train. Yeah. Something like that. Maybe a central hub from the airport. Yeah, Dragon-type variety is also very lacking. Are we fine with them not having all the same type? We'll see. We'll see. We're gonna try to avoid that, I think. Unpheasant. What are we rocking here? Like, generally speaking, all 3 of these Pokemon are, like, relatively high in BST. So that's going to fare well for the squad. 425. So that's, like, generally what we need to keep in mind. I'm going to move the BSTs over to the ability slot for now. Let's take a look. We're going to go, like, at a range of 400 to 500, something like that. We're probably going to have to go a little bit higher, just given it's the dragon type. And we have 3 Pokemon, so this could actually work. Hold on. It might be a little bit weaker, but given that the dragon type is the dragon type, it could actually work out. This is the squad in base game. I think Druddigan might be the ace here. That works out pretty well. 485 BST. You throw Druddigan in there. And then, like, maybe Fracture is still the lead. But then you throw Zweilious in here as well. That's 420 BST. So it's not quite as high as Unpheasant, but, like, I think because it's the dragon type, without fairy types out there, it kind of works, yeah? I don't mind that. You don't get Zweilious by this point? Yeah, but like I'm saying, like, I don't know if we're going to be able to get around that. Let's go to like 520, maybe something will show up. Maybe Haxorus is that low. Okay, 550. Like, it's Zweilious or it's Haxorus, you know what I'm saying? Unpheasant is garbage anyway. Yeah, like Unpheasant's basically a 420 BST mon. I think they should all be female. For rivalry? I could see it. And support women. Yeah, of course. And also, they would be if it was Iris's team. I think, let me take a look at this. What's the difference between their teams? Because generally speaking, I believe it's just the abilities, right? Like, it's the position of the moves. They're different for some reason. But they're the same moves. It's the ability of the Druddigan, and it's the gender of the Pokemon. That is legitimately the only difference. Great job, Game Freak. Great job. I think that team will definitely be solid as is. The middle Evos are crazy. I kind of agree. Like, I'd rather do this than do... It would have to be... Druddigan as the second Mon. Zweilious as the lead. Excuse me. And then you throw Fracture in... Or Haxorus, my bad. As the ace. Sorry, I couldn't spell there for a second. And I honestly feel like this could work more if it was the 7th gym. And that's kind of where it's at in Black 2 and White 2, if I'm not mistaken. But I think this early on, we kind of have to bring it down a level because it is the dragon type. This feels pretty good to me. Let's take a look at their movesets, chat. Now, we could think about giving Druddigan a very similar moveset. It is 6 levels below what it is here. So let's see if that makes a difference to the actual learn set. If it's using any level up moves that it learns at a higher point, that could spell disaster. Night Slash, there it is. And Dragon Tail for that matter, but we could... Let's double check to see what the TM is here. Dragon Tail, okay. And what's the stats on this move? This is 60 base power with 90 accuracy, and it's got decreased priority. Honestly, I think this is okay. This makes sense for a mid-stage gym. I don't know. I kind of like it better here. It kind of feels like using the using Aerial Ace here, or like Water Pulse here, instead of how Wallace uses Water Pulse as the 8th gym TM. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Just a Tepig has joined the chat. Welcome on in. I can't believe Just a Tepig is here. So Alias doesn't evolve at the 8th gym. Dino first evolves at level 50. That is atrocious, I will say. I think it's gonna have to be done, though. So, Druddigan. It's set in base game. Did I lose it? It's either rough skin or sheer force. Let's keep that in mind. So this is going to be dependent on if it's Raiden or Iris, just like in base game. And then the moveset, I'm going to go ahead and type in what it is today, and we'll make some edits. And Dragon Tail. And Dragon Tail here is the TM of choice. I will write that down as well. What is it, TM 89? 82. Being reversed in relation to Alder, like the thumbnail, right? Yeah, so like the position of the gym leaders are going to be reversed. So Alder is the first gym. We haven't nailed down the position of the Elite Four members yet because you can battle them in any order. So I took that to mean that I could take the liberty and placing them in the positions that make the most sense. And we're going to come back to that. For now, we're on Drayden. This is the new sixth gym leader. And we're taking a look at the movesets. Let's go back to Druddigan. I have like 15 Bulbapedia tabs open. This is getting hectic extremely fast. Just close some of those out. Okay. So Druddigan learns Revenge at 35, which is exactly the level it would be at. Let me put that on screen. So that's fine. We just can't use Night Slash anymore. That's the only difference. We do get Chip Away still. We get Dragon Tail. We get Revenge. I mean, Crunch is just better Night Slash. No? It's right there, right? Can we just give it Crunch? If you had to pick the order, I would have taken left to right as their default order, but what you said makes for a better difficulty curve. Yeah, I think either way could be good. We could take it in either direction. Slash instead of Chip Away, maybe? What does Chip Away do? It, like, disregards stat changes? I don't know, that's pretty good. It ignores Reflect and stuff like that. Even Sandveil. That's not bad. I'll take that. I'll take that. Yeah, I mean, this is the 6th gym, so maybe we can consider a little bit more difficulty with moves. what I like to do with this series is increase difficulty ever so slightly with the movesets. I think the problem is that they don't have a lot of crazy good coverage, even at the 8th gym. Are they still limited to 3 mons per team for the gyms? Yeah, so this is not fixing, this is just reversing. I do want to make sure that it's slightly more difficult than base game though, so that's what we're talking about, like maybe upgrading their movesets more than anything else. Maybe giving them a held item or two, because like right now they don't have any at all. For that matter, let me just throw an Oranberry on Alder's team for the time being. So like if we give, even if we give like Citrus Berry here, that's going to be an improvement. Ever so slightly, but it is an improvement. I do like Fire Fang. I'm going to write that down as an option. Can I like comment here? True, yeah, Crunch over Night Slash might just be enough. That's fair. Because, like, this is just raw damage. You know what I'm saying? And, like, Sheer Force, how does that work again? Yeah, it removes added effects, so I believe Crunch does count, because it does have that defense drop. So, like, that in and of itself, that's pretty good. And I think that would only be on Iris's team that it gets that boost. Hone Claws? Give it some setup potential? I could see it. It would essentially be the light version of Swords Dancing Haxorus. Sheer Force doesn't count high crit rates? Okay. I actually really don't mind. I'm gonna say slash Hone Claws, because then that also increases the accuracy of Dragon Tail, which is kind of fun. All right, we're good there. Let's move on to Fracture. Fracture in base game is Rivalry. Can we do anything else there? What's the other ability? And boost the accuracy of Fire Fang, true. I'll write it down just in case, but I do somewhat agree that it might be too much. Can any of them get a super effective damage for all 3 starter types? That's a decent idea. Ooh, Unnerve? I believe that is hidden ability, which I will say we do not have access to hidden abilities in Black and White 1. That is only a thing in Black and White 2, right? Yeji Sus, welcome on in. How you doing? Sheer Force is such a weird ability. Yeah, there are a lot of weird rules. I agree. Is Mold Breaker ever going to help us out here? Probably not, right? Like, maybe? It probably does more than Rivalry. Although Rivalry kind of plays into the idea that Drayden and Iris have the alternate genders of Pokemon. I could see that being interesting, because then like you have to think about which version you want to play. Because that technically comes into play with Rivalry in terms of difficulty. Not really. I'll put both for now, just in case. Let's look at their movesets. Alright, Fracture. Gen 5. Its moveset in base game is D-Dance. Yeah, I think with it being very close to its original position, we can kind of just edit their original sets a little bit. Sheer Force should negate recoil? That's crazy, Annie. Dragon Tail being 90 accuracy, but still negative priority is stupid. I agree. I think it should be 100% accurate. But I guess the idea is forcing a switch, like, busted? I feel like it's not. Dragon Tail is Drayden's signature move, true. It is the TM. There is D-Rage. We could run D-Rage at Gym 6, that is technically threatening, right? I don't know, could be interesting. Alright, this is now level 33. So it does get Dragon Dance. It's got D-Rage. It's got Assurance. And Dragon Tail is TM. So technically we can just leave this moveset as is. Which is kind of fun. Where's Slam, though? Scary Face to help set up for Druddigan. What is Druddigan's speed? That's kind of fun. 48? True. I like that. I like that. Would that replace D-Dance, though? I feel like it would, because if you're D-Dancing, you want to attack, but also it's kind of got negative synergy with Dragon Rage. Is Claw or Dual Chop too much with D-Dance? Maybe. I don't know, if we give this thing Dragon Claw, would it ever even use Dragon Tail? Is there any way to set up spikes on this team? That'd be kind of cool. Any spikes hanging around? Any stealth rocks, maybe? True D-Dance into Dragon Tail. Yeah. I'll note Scary Face. I do like that idea. I'll also consider maybe Dragon Claw here. Or Dual Chop. Assurance is okay. It's not my favorite thing. Like, could you run Slash instead of Assurance? Maybe. High crit potential on top of D-Dance could be fun. There's a lot of angles here. Dual Chop being the signature move of the line is interesting. Okay. Let's now move to Zweilius. I feel like we have a good foundation for what we want to do with this mon. This is Zweilius. Am I pronouncing that right? Zweilius? Is that right? Zweilius? Zweilius? This thing has... Hustle! You love to see that, chat. Great. Hey, can we run special Zweilius to get around the hustle? Oh, Zweilius. Maybe that's right, yeah. So we got hustle. What's its... Okay, so it's not even found on this team usually, which makes sense. Let's take a look at the set. This is level 33, so it can get pulse. We can make this a special Zweilius. I kind of like that idea, chat. I don't know. Oh, Zwei means two in German. That makes too much sense, chat. Come on. Why are you talking so much sense into me? Although I do like the idea of just tripling down on the hustle angle. So maybe we go Crunch, right? We obviously give it Dragon Tail because of the TM. We give it Crunch. We give it... I like Headbutt. Little flinch potential. What's the speed on this guy? Ooh, 58. I don't think it's given many flinches in this fight. Double hit's kind of fun, although not a lot of power. I could see focus energy kind of doing some work. Oh, wait. The mogul move here, chat, is to do workup plus Dragon Pulse. Thoughts? Thoughts and feelings? Workup, Dragon Pulse. I can't spell? I don't know, that looks pretty good to me. What's up, Jennifer? Welcome back. Oh, workup's 38. You're right. Good call. I'm blind. Okay, that's impossible. Kakabo has no thoughts. You heard it here first, chat. I do like that idea. I have brought down a couple of level up moves before. Choice specs Dragon Pulse like I did in Black. Nice. Oh yeah, workup is a TM. What are we doing? Good call. I kind of really like this, because then Dragon Pulse, you don't have to worry about hustle. You're also setting up attack with workup, so you're getting boosts already on top of the hustle boost of Crunch and Dragon Tail. And Dragon Tail doesn't have 100% accurate moves, or accuracy anyways. Kind of like it. Roar just to piss me off. Dragon types are known to cheat, yeah. Slam for the lulz. I kind of like this. Let's start there. Workup plus Rocky Helmet or Leftovers is disgusting. You think I'd run Slam with Workup to balance it out? I could see it. Honestly, at that point, I would give it Headbutt, right? Because, like, Slam is technically more base power, but I'd rather just have it get, higher accuracy and just maybe a flinch chance. I don't know. Let's start there. I like what we're doing. Let's move on. We got Bryson. I think that's a very, very good start. I've got some things to cook with. Now, if you guys have seen the reverse videos before, oh my gosh, it's already 8:30 and we're only on Bryson. We've only designed 2 teams, bro. 75 accuracy Slam with hustle is funny. True. I'll write it down just in case. That's crazy. Alright. I don't know. Are we having fun, chat? Is this a good time? I'm testing out a new format. Hope you guys are having fun. I'm chilling, just yapping with you guys. I don't know. Feels fun. Alright, we got Bryson Man here. And like I was saying before, if you've seen a reverse video before, usually what I like to do is to give the 7th gym leader just a touch more of a boost, just to give him something. You know what I mean? I'm glad you're having fun, Lime. Means a lot. 7th gym problems and reversism. Well, how would we even concatenate that? We need to shorten that. I mean, monkey in the middle, right? Gym leader in the middle. Gym in the middle. Replacing Brine on the bear. True! Give him Aqua Jet, right? Let's take a look at them. This might be a little bit of a... It's kind of a weird mix between fixing in reverse. We don't want to, like, completely buff this guy. I mean, he's probably going to stick with the same mons, because, like, I don't think he has another choice, right? In Gen 5? Yeah, that's mono ice across the board. 100%. So... Dude, Vanillish? That's the middle stage. What level do you evolve, bud? 47? Bro, what are you doing, Unova? He doesn't get Aqua Jet in Gen 5? That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Vanillix. Or Vanillish, rather. What are you rocking here? I'm gonna go ahead and just copy and paste. I should have done this already to begin with. And Vanillish. This thing is Ice Body. This thing has Levitate, and you have Snow Cloak. Very good, very good. I spelled cloak wrong. Yeah, Unova's Ice is just kind of trash. And there's no items. So first things first, we could at least start with a Citrus Berry. That's where I like to start at least. Bear's first Mon without the Gym TM as a move. What's Gym TM here? Is it Icicle Crash? Oh, Frost Breath. Ugh. What are you doing, Game Freak? 60 over 90? Bro. Oh, it always results in a critical hit. This is just better than Dragon Tail. Be funny and give Beartic leftovers? Why would I do that? Am I missing something there? I probably won't change the TM of Bryson. I think it's fine, and it guarantees critting, so like it's not terrible. 90 accuracy is not great. This thing has Acid Armor. Astonish. Astonish has got to go, right? Mirror Shot's kind of fun, right? Like, that's not bad. Effectively 90 base accuracy, or base power, true. 90 over 90, that's not bad. Okay, Vanillish. Honestly, Icy Wind might be the play. Get that speed control going. Kyurem isn't that crazy if you don't think about it. True, yeah. Get some type diversity in here, right? Yeah, why does this thing get Astonish? What are we doing here, Game Freak? Why? And there's not even Hail! We're not setting up Ice Body or Snow Cloak? Okay, that's the very first thing we're changing. Throw Hail here. Over Astonish, we don't need that. What do we need to think about here? A Psychic type move would be good for fighting types. We need something for fire. Having like a ground move would be good for steel and fire. What's is it only Ice Body? It's also Snow Cloak. I like healing for this guy though. Although he's not very bulky, is he? Like his HP isn't very high. We'll give him Ice Body. I think that's a good distinction between Vanillish and Beartic. Yeah, Slush Rush is not Gen 5. I do know that. So it's got Frost Breath, it's got Mirror Shot. Steel Move doesn't really do much for us though, right? Like, super effective on other ice types? I guess? Oh, does Vanillish get Snow Warning later? I don't even think it does that. Oh, Snow Cloak. Yeah. Snow Cloak is Gen 7. Cool. So we are stuck with Ice Body. Good call, good call. And we are a special attacker, right? Yes, we are. Good. We are cooking with gas. Mirror Coat could be interesting. That's not going to be a psychic type move, right? Like, does it act as psychic damage? Oh, it does, I think. Dark-type Pokemon are immune to Mirror Coat. Oh, wait. Type has no effect on the damage done by the target, so maybe not Mirror Coat. What about Rain? It counters fire types and Swift Swim on Beartic. That's kind of a fun idea. Although, I will say this, Aspie. That's a hidden ability, Swift Swim. So, I think what we'll do is we'll wait to give him Rain until Black 2 and White 2. Although he doesn't... He's not a gym leader in that game. That sucks. Okay. Rain and keep Brine. I think if we ever do a fixing gym leader video on Black and White, I would run Rain. But I think for this, giving him at least Hail is better than nothing. So we'll stick with that. I think it's okay as is. Giving it Acid Armor to patch up its defenses is okay. Hail is level 42. That's a TM for sure, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Like, can we get something to hit Fire, Steel, or Fighting types, please? It can technically learn Water Pulse. Let's wait and see if the other Pokemon have better angles here. Cryogonal. You have Reflect. I do like some physical protection. That's not bad. Rapid Spin could be okay, I guess. I do like Aurora Beam, but I don't like that it's doubled up with Frost Breath. I think we could probably get rid of one of them. Problem is, Frost Breath is the TM of choice, so that we're probably going to favor that one, even though I really do like that Aurora Beam's got that minus attack. Ice should be super effective on water types. I agree. I think that'd be cool. We could do Light Screen. That's true, because then we get more protection on fire types. This thing gets Solar Beam? What are we doing? What are we doing here? Like, is Light Screen better? Because technically, Reflect is still good up against fighting types, and Cryogonal is known for having high SPDF. So I do like Reflect patching up that defense stat for him. What is this moveset? Oh, man. Do any of them get Aurora Veil? Is that a move here in Gen 5? I doubt it is. I doubt it is. We could go... I just don't know if Rapid Spin's getting a lot of potential either. What's its attack stats? Okay, so we definitely want it to be special attacking. Dude, this is disgusting. In a bad way. We could run Sharpen. Sharpen, Rapid Spin, anyone? Hello? Swap Ice Beam in for Aurora Beam? I think we just give him coverage at that point, right? Yeah, Hail doesn't boost defense. Xerneas has full physical moves? That's crazy. Okay, what's his TMs? You can run Hyper Beam Cryogonal. Round? Like, even that, maybe, could be something. Flash Cannon? That's okay. Signal Beam's not going to do much for us. Oh, you can get hidden abilities from the Dream World? Can you get hidden abilities in Pokemon Black and White? Oh, thank you, AI Summary. Hidden abilities are extremely limited in current gameplay because the primary method is the Dream World. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like it'd be kind of unfair to give the the enemy team hidden abilities in Black and White 1. Blizzard Cryogonal in tandem with Vanillish Hail. Would that be too much for what we're trying to do here? Explosion Cryogonal, anyone? Hello? Yeah, honestly, I'm thinking Flash Cannon at this point. It's not stab. 80 base power special. But that... Yeah, I mean, I guess it's covering rock types too, right? Rock and... other ice types, I guess? It's better than nothing, although we do have Mirror Shot. Ancient Power. I don't think this thing has that. I think we're spending too much time on this. I'm gonna throw Flash Cannon or like Round on there. It's better than nothing. Or better than Aurora Beam. In my opinion. We could even like throw more defense boosting. We could do like Acid Armor plus Light Screen instead of Reflect. Maybe we even throw Light Screen on Vanillish at that point. This gym sucks, give him something. That's the idea, we are trying to give him something. Not a lot. Not a lot. Oh, it does get Aqua Jet. Oh no, not until Black and White 2. Oh, that sucks. That hurts. Air Tick. Round doubles if a teammate used it prior? Oh, interesting. I mean, like, what other special move are we giving it, though? Signal Beam? And it can't even get that in Black and White 1. Let's move on, let's move on. We're moving on. Okay, so here we go. We got a slow, slightly bulky Ice type. What are we doing? That's not how Ice type works, I'm pretty sure. Sheer Cold. That's the only way to make this gym work. It's the only way. We got Swagger. What do we... What? What? Why? Swagger, Brine, Slash, and Icicle Crash. Hey, that rhymed. Not bad. Okay, so it does get Superpower. That's interesting. That takes care of Steel types. It does get Brine on level up. Does it get a physical water type move? Probably not. It does get Surf. That's awesome. Ooh. It gets Charm. It's kind of fun. This bear has swagger from being in the movies with Price. So true. So true. How does Icicle Crash work? Can anyone tell me? This isn't, that's Avalanche. So this is just 85 over 90. It's got flinch potential. Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, this is a pretty bulky mon. We could give it Flail. Right? Like, it's got a high chance of living something. It is Ice type, though. Endure Flail strats, anyone? Low-key, Superpower might be the play. Imagine. That is Black and White 1. Bulk Up would be also insane. Give Beartick Brick Break over Superpower? It's not a bad idea, just as a fighting type move. Johnny, welcome on in. Never know you streamed these. This is my first time streaming them, actually. Usually I just do challenge runs, and I decided to switch it up, just try out streaming this. Oh, this has Rock Tomb. We're definitely throwing it Rock Tomb for fire types, right? And speed control? Hello? But yeah, welcome on in, Ajani. Area Lace, let him fly like the anime. That helps with fighting types. No, I'm pretty sure... Oh, was the Rock Tomb buff in Gen 6? Yeah. Okay. I mean, is Rock Slide too much? Gym 7. I'm gonna write down Rock Slide just in case. I don't mind it. We have tons of moves here. We have a lot of potential for upgrading Bear Tick. I don't think Swagger is going to be very great here. Encore would be fun, although it's very easy to get out of as the player. Wait, Yawn? We throw Yawn on there somewhere? That's kind of fun, little sleep status. 10 less power than Icicle Crash without stab. True, true. Rest, sleep talk, though. Rest, sleep talk. Why are you nerfing the worst gym leader of the game? Yeah, you didn't know that we were trying to make the gym leaders the worst possible? Bryson is the 7th gym, so right now we are just kind of trying to improve his gym ever so slightly. This isn't trying to make it fixed per se, it's like putting band-aids all over him, you know? Rest talk removes too much coverage, true. I agree with that. Okay, let's move on. We are talking about Skyla now. We have to move on. It is what, 8:45? Yeah. Skyla, who is now moving to Opelucid City. I think, relatively speaking, we can kind of explain away Skyla's move pretty easily because she's a pilot. Pilot on the move, right? Like, you're on a layover, maybe? On an extended layover. I'd say a 4th Pokemon wouldn't be asking for a lot. That's something that I think we will not do, is change the number of Pokemon that each gym leader has, because I think that's going outside of the scope of reversing the league. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't be the Hoenn League or the Unova League in reverse if we gave every Elite Four member 6 Pokemon. I understand the desire to do that. I really do. Like, I get where you're coming from. Because, yeah, Drayden having 3 Pokemon in this game is insane to me. Okay, any more lore about Skyla that can help us out with Opelucid? Maybe she gets this new... Oh, wait, look! Afterwards, she flies the player and Professor Juniper by plane to Lentimus Town in order... Oh, okay, never mind. I got excited because it said Opelucid City on it. Is there anything in Opelucid City that we can... Oh, banger. We're vibing now, chat. Everyone have all 6, call it region to the max. We're difficulty maxing, chat. That's a genius idea, Tyler. That's my ideas guy right there. That's my ideas guy. Opelucid is high up. Skyla wanted to have plenty of places to glide from. Okay, okay. What's the tower located just outside the city? Oh, that takes us to Victory Road in base game. Interesting. Opelucid just being more central. Dragon Spiral, that's it. That's what I was thinking of. Is that here? Surely it is. Oh no, that's an Icarus, right? Yeah, that's an Icarus town. And like, the reasoning could differ between regions too, because the place looks different. Like maybe in white, Skyla wanted to come here to like learn more about the history of the region, and then like in black she comes here to like experience new technology and stuff like that. I mean, Team Plasma doesn't really show up here in Black and White 1, right? Or am I wrong about that? Like most of the Team Plasma related stuff in this town happens in the sequels. Opelucid is home to an academy that Iris went to. Maybe she wants to become the champion? Oh, I did see that down here. There's an academy, a prestigious academy. Iris was a former student. That's interesting. Okay, okay. Drayden handpicks the students. Interesting. Maybe here's what we could say. Drayden is the academy president. Maybe we could say Drayden fell out of love for teaching, and maybe Skyla wanted to start teaching at the academy and like took his spot. Something like that, I don't know. In black, she's in a V2 stealth bomber? Yeah, sick of flying, wants to focus on being a better trainer, something like that. Yeah. I think we have at least a starting point on the reasoning. Okay, so Skyla. Let's now pull back up Drayden. Get his team going here. What do we got with BSTs? So Haxorus. Start building our team out a little bit. Skyla lost her job of the Tentacruel attacked Dragon Spiral Tower. That's crazy. Good little reference there. So 540 is the BST of the ace. Let's keep that in mind. And then Drudigan is what, 485, right? I think we remembered. Same level as Birdkeeper Champion Faulkner? Wait, what do you mean? Yeah, 485. And then we have Fracture. I can't type. Yeah, almost the same. For Drayden, maybe you can mention him being busy with family, referencing his grandson in the Scarlet and Violet DLC. I like that, I like that. I do like referencing the future games in these hacks, or at least in the videos too, because it's kind of fun, like retroactive material to work with that even Game Freak hasn't been able to like take advantage of. Because like, where's Black and White 3? You know what I'm saying? We need it. We need it, chat. Here's a question for you guys. What would you rather see come first? I'm gonna write a poll. Let's go Johto or Black and White 3. That'll start a little discussion. What do we think, chat? I am of the opinion that, you know, I mean, Black and White has seen a lot of resurgence already, so it is prime for a little bit of love. It's probably getting a remake. I hope it's not in the style as BDSP. But I know people love Let's Go. It's not a game I've played before, but I know people that they got their fans, you know. So I'm curious to see what you guys think. A lot of people are on the side of Black and White 3. Like, it would be so cool if it was 3. But they wouldn't do that. Like, financially, they would not do 3. Because 2 did not sell well. It'd be really cool, ideally. Okay, so Skyla. This is her team in the base game. Let's take a look at the database here. We're gonna go Gen 5. We're gonna look at flying types. We're gonna look at the BST of 500 to 600. Just see if there's anything there. Okay. Braviary. Braviary and Mandibuzz are probably our goats here. Although Archeops would be a really, really fun... That would be a really fun ace for Skyla. Cheyenne, what's going on? Welcome on in. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen you in chat. I feel like Archeops could work really well, especially if it's in the past version of Opaloosid City. You know what I mean? That's kind of fun. The question is it better or worse than Braviary? So Archeops or Braviary? Obviously, the downside of using Archeops is its ability, but I think that could be like a fun way to do it, at least, because it is technically a higher base power than Haxorus. It's going to be hard to take down initially, but like if you can get it down, it's gonna go down. True, Braviary does fit her character very well. I will agree with you there. Like, this is a Braviary user. I was boring and I placed Unpheasant, Archeops, and Swanna. Yeah, Swanna is the usual ace here. What's the BST? I know we already probably looked at this. 473, so that does fit the middle slot pretty well. 410, what are we looking at there? Let's take a look at the database. Let's go like 400 to 450. Unpheasant is garbage, I agree. Swoobat. A lot of people are saying Sigalith. What's the, I do like Sigalith as an idea. And it works very well for a... Like, what's the origin of this character? I don't know. So the BST here is 490, so realistically speaking, we could do Swanna lead, and then throw Sigalith here. Sigalith is 480? It's 490. Oh, was it buffed? I bet it was buffed in between generations. So if we go 500 here, let's take a look. It is 490. Does it show buffs here? It probably does on Bulbapedia. True, yeah, it would make sense for Sigalith to be here in the past version of Opaloosid. Unova flying types are either trash or too OP. It's a tough balance to take, I will say. What does Woobat evolve? Good question. One sec. What am I looking at with Sigalith? I don't remember. Oh, it was something to do with the BST. No, it's just 490. Okay. Woobat is it friendship? It is friendship, yeah. So that makes things easy there. So this is 490. And Swoobat is 425. So it would either have to be like low-key Braviary, Sigalith, Archon. Emolga could even be kind of fun. Although we'll have to wait and see what we do with what's her face? Why can I not remember the electric type gym leader? Elisa. Elisa is an Elite 4 member, so we need 4 electric types. Zebstrika, I think this needs to be Berg. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we need Emolga for oh dude. Elisa's gonna be such a weird Elite 4 member. Let me take a look at the bugs again, because we might be... Okay, Scolipede, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's 5. Okay, yeah. So Berg is good if we use Galvantula on Elisa's team. That's good to know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So technically speaking, we can throw Emolga onto this squad, and I think it would work decently well with Swanna on the squad, maybe. You could give Elisa 2 Emolgas like she has in her gym battle, that's true. That'd be a little boring, but it could do. It could go. Just a Tepig says Sigalith is more interesting in a challenge at that current point in the game. Feels like Fracture was only used due to the lack of dragons. True. Yeah. Fair point, fair point. And Swanna's BST again. 473. That feels like a big upgrade. I like... It'd have to be like... Swanna / Sigalith. And then like this could be... Emolga / Swanna. Something like that. Well, even then... It could just be Swoobat, right? Something like that. No need for Emolga here, it's meant for Elisa. I do think it is, like, better competitively for Elisa's team. You can make Swanna a lower level. I probably won't mess with the levels here. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna take a quick break, and then hopefully we can get to at least one of the Elite 4 members in this stream. I can't believe how... Like, we're going pretty deep into... detail here, so I'm happy yapping away. All right. ERB, don't go anywhere. Movies is going to say hi. Did you guys say hi to Moobies? This is Moobies if you haven't met him before. This is an integral character to the stream. McAfee is attacking. Swoobat is so weak and underwhelming for Gym 8. That's a fair point, just to keep in mind. This is Gym 8. It would be funny if you've forgotten to remove Moobies. I've already done that before, Delete. I think you've seen that happen. I have accidentally sat on Moobies before. Yeah, Moobies is the co-host, that's right. It's kind of tough, because like Moobies can't talk. So it's hard to keep him interactive. Swoobat is like a Golbat analog? Yeah, good point. Just, did OK just evolve into a Magby? Who would be evolving into who there? Let's be honest. I think Swanna taking Fracture's spot would be fine, because Dragon types make up the 410 BST. Okay. I think you guys are convincing me. We got Sigalith and Swanna as the opener. That's fun. Now, maybe we throw Sigalith as the opener at that rate, so we can use it to set up screens. Now the question is, do we land on Archeops or Braviary? Yeah, Sigalith doesn't necessarily 100% fit in, but I think it works. I mean, are there any other options? I vote Braviary. Like it's that or Mandibuzz, and I feel like, I don't know, it's a flying type gym leader. Maybe Mandibuzz would be okay too. One of these days I gotta join a Discord server and set my nickname to something. What? What, Annie? Archeops is so much cooler, but it just doesn't add up. Yeah. I mean, we know that Swanna is going to be there at least, right? So let's look at that. It's 6 levels higher. In base game, it's got Keen Eye. Does it have a better ability than that? Big Pecs? Does it get that in Gen 5? Also, didn't we just listen to this song? Or no? Banger. I have a personal grudge against Mandibuzz. Wait, what's the... Okay. I gotta stop reading chat without reading it in my head first. That's my main downfall as a streamer. I am confusion. I'm confusion incarnate, by the way. Okay, we're ending the poll at 69%. Black and white 3. Okay, learn set. Gen 5. Level 41 is what we're working with. Let's take a look at the ability one more time. It does get big pecs. Doesn't that just make it so you can't get its defense lowered? That seems like a pretty stupid ability, if you ask me. Which one's even better at that point? These are both terrible. Tailwind could be cool, yeah. Because I think in Gen 5 it got buffed. Was that in Gen 5? What's up, Kai? Welcome on into the stream. What was buffed? Tailwind. Because I know in Gen 4, Tailwind was only like 3 turns or something. Yeah, Big Pecs, literally all it does is protects it from defense lowering. So what do we want it to do? Do we want it to be Not affected by accuracy or defense dropping. Like, it doesn't even matter at that point. Let's just throw Key9 on there for now. Let's take a look at the moveset. In base, at Gym 6, it's got Aqua Ring, Aerial Ace, Bubble Beam, and Air Slash. Okay, I think we have a couple of things that we need to talk about immediately. Aerial Ace, not needed. Bubble Beam, that's Surf now, right? Like, come on, that's easy. That's easy. Swanna is a spiritually Hoenn Pokemon. I love that. Yeah, 4 turns now for Tailwind. And it does learn Tailwind, so I think, you know, throw Tailwind on there, call it a day. Does it need Aqua Ring, though? I feel like that's kind of dumb. Rain Dance is probably not something we need. Like, do we Roost here? I could see Roost over Aqua Ring, right? Because then, like, you get rid of the 4x weakness to electric types. Defog? That's kind of interesting, because it gets it on level up. It's kind of fun. Feather Dance could be good, too. There's decent tech on this guy, and it's just, like, not used. It's kind of weird. Heck, you could give it Hurricane Rain Dance if you really want it to be, like, slightly difficult. People think Skarmory is a Hoenn Pokemon. True, true. Oh god, 80... Oh, dude, yeah, this is a Hoenn Pokemon. Although, if this was a Hoenn Pokemon, its speed stat would be 68. Let's be real. Or 78. Yeah, no normal type move. That's kind of crazy. I mean, what else are we doing here? You know? Like, what else can we do? Brine? I'm good. I think Surf is good. Can we, like, boost its attack in any way? Oh, it gets Scald. That's kind of fun. Little burn potential. Where do you get this TM in Gen 5? Let's see if it's possible to get by Gen 8. Or Gym 8, rather. Cold Storage! What? The player gets Scald before Clay? What? Why does anyone have a problem with Clay? TMs are reusable in this game. Yeah, we can't use hidden abilities here because it's black and white, not black and white 2. The worst Pokemon in the entire Unova Dex. Yeah, I think we're running Scald on this thing. What's TM here, by the way? What's TM for Skyla usually? I should probably have already thought about that. It's Acrobatics. Okay, okay. What's Braviary's ability? Keen-Eye and Sheer Force. Is it, does it have Sheer Force? In Gen 5? That's the next question. It does! Okay. So what, you give it... Oh, does Sheer Force interact with Acrobatics in any way? We should probably note that, if so. Is there a different TM than we could use instead of Acrobatics? Skydrop? I'm good, right? What's the... 60 base power? I don't know about that, chat. Aerial Ace? No thank you. This might be a Drill Peck angle, like we did with Winona. Yeah, Braviary, I think, is gonna be on the team. I think we're rocking Braviary here. I'll think about that later. For now, let's keep it as acrobatics, just because it's what we have. But I might have to make a new TM for this guy. Or girl. Acrobatics is 110, I believe, because it's 55. Isn't it 55? Yeah, so it's 110. That means we can't give him an item. Well, we could go like citrus berry, proc the citrus berry, and then it's got... Well, you could also do flying gym, right? Flying gym boosted acrobatics. I could see it. Problem is like, where else are we throwing acrobatics on this team? The other two are special moves. While acrobatics does not have a secondary effect, it is not boosted by sheer force. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I thought that acrobatics would interact with sheer force because it technically has the power changing, but it also makes sense that it wouldn't. Yeah, we would probably do flying gym or citrus berry, right? One of the two. And we go acrobatics, we go sheer force probably. What else we got here? Let's go back to Braviary. Let's look at the moves. We want to make this a challenge. This is the 8th gym. This is the 8th gym, everyone. This needs to be somewhat of a challenge. This also gets defog and tailwind. Although I think this guy needs to be like a true powerhouse. It does get superpower. It is on level 53 though. I might excuse it for this reason though. Maybe. Bulk up is interesting. Brave Bird's probably going to be too much because we do have acrobatics. I could see Slash. I could see Hone Claws, but that's not going to boost any... Superpower is ignored by sheer force because it is not a chance. It will lower your attack and defense. Gotcha. Braviary is level 43. You have it right here on the bottom little bubble. That is the level of Drayden's Ace as the 8th gym leader in black and white. Rock Slide is crazy. I'd like it to get some normal type stab. Maybe we run Retaliate here. Kind of a callback to Lenora. It'd probably be that or Return or Slash or something. Probably Slash. Does Retaliate... That's a secondary effect, right? Or no? Call forward to Lenora now, yeah. There's a lot of moves that this thing can learn. I'm kind of surprised. Like, you could go in a lot of different directions here. You could go bulk up. I don't mind that. What's the... How do the stats look on this guy? It's pretty bulky. This is a fun mon. I like this. It powers off if a Pokemon went down in the previous turn. Yeah, so I don't think that's sheer force at all. Yeah. U-turn, yeah, well, I probably wouldn't put U-turn on the last Mon, because generally speaking, this would come out last. It's good, coverage, I think. Maybe not. Ooh, Crush Claw. That would work really well with Hone Claws. I'll note Crush Claw with Hone Claws there. It's a fun idea. Yeah, and then we just use this angle or like this slot for coverage, whether it's Rock Slide, Super Power, Shadow Claw. I don't think that's gonna really do much, but okay. I'm feeling pretty confident with that. Let's move on to Sigalith. Yeah, I do like the Crush Claw angle though. That's fun. Sigalith here is gonna be 41. And one, is this synchronized? Is that the idea? No, it's Wonder Skin or Magic Guard. Wonder Skin protects against... Ooh, makes status moves more likely to miss. I like that. Oh, but Magic Guard just is better, right? I feel like Magic Guard is just better. Let's throw that on for now. And then we have, there's another Tailwind angle, so we could double up on Tailwind if we really want to. Air Slash is probably going to come. And then, like, do we get Psychic yet? Not yet, which kind of sucks. What is our defenses looking like on these Pokemon? We got equal here. Sigalith has Pokejerry, welcome on in again. Why did I miss the live stream? No! Sorry to hear that. Honestly, you didn't miss much. Equal defense and special defense again. Pokemon Lazarus mentioned. True. And Seaglass. I love this website, by the way. And then, again, equal defenses. So we could go... We could go both light screen and reflect routes here, whichever way we really want to take it. I do like having at least one of them. I'm gonna throw that there. In general, like, you got the physical moves from rock types, mostly special moves from electric types. It could go either way. Thoughts on Wonder Guard with Psycho Shift? Are you talking about Wonder Skin? Let's do again. Cures any non-volatile status condition. Oh. But wouldn't that... Oh, Magic Guard. So Magic Guard would cover it from, like, Leech Seed, and then one Psycho Shift would just get rid of its status condition. That's pretty good. That's not bad. I would like some psychic damaging move, maybe? This gets stored power. Can we do Calm Mind? We could do stored power, Calm Mind. That's a classic. Right? Like, we would need to get rid of something here. Will Flash Cannon work? Yeah, that could work. That could take out rock types. Synchro Noise, doesn't that... That's got some weird effect on it, right? Damages all adjacent Pokemon that share at least one type with the user. So it only works on other psychic types, right? Or I guess other flying types, too. Oh, and it's only 70 base power in Gen 5, by the way. I feel like no, right? Too low level for stored power and cosmic power. True. But it does get Calm Mind on TM. It's got Charge Beam as well. Yeah, true. Like, there's so many interesting moves that we could go with here. Ancient power, even? I kind of want to just turn this into a stored power demon. I'm not going to lie. I think we go stored power. I'm going to bold that because it's a move tutor move. Oh, T-Wave? Dude, this thing has so many things! Yeah, do we want this to be kind of a support mon? This might be better as a support mon because it's not the lead. Oh, dude, I do like that idea. So Thunder Wave, you got the screens. Psycho Shift to heal itself. I'd like to have some coverage here. Yeah, Roost, Stored Power, Cosmic Power, T-Wave. That's disgusting. Does it need Psycho Shift? No. It doesn't need it. It doesn't need it. Like, we could go Energy Ball for rock types. But we already have Scald. So like I don't think we need more rock type coverage. Oh, Ice too with Flash Cannon. That's a fair point. So maybe we go Flash Cannon instead of Air Slash? Yeah, this is weird. This is such a weird and interesting 8th gym. I kind of love it. Sigilyph can't even be affected by T-Spikes? True. I would love it if we could throw a ground type move somewhere on this squad, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Just to double check, Braviary does not learn a ground type move, right? Yeah. Okay. But like, ideally that fighting type move is gonna take care of some of the ground rock types, but also, you don't really get that. I guess Boldor. Now you are interested as Sigilyph as a team member, yeah. I wish any of these Pokemon had a ground type. Yeah. Yeah, this thing kind of just needs to cover the weaknesses that Swanna and Braviary have, right? Tabitha, welcome on in. Oh man, you know what? I'm just gonna write down a couple of other things for now, but I think we have a good basis for Skyla. I'm writing down Calm Mind, Stored Power. Like, we have so many different coverage angles here that we can go in. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Let's move on to the Elite Four, chat. Light Clay? Maybe, yeah. Oh yeah, Archeops could learn Earthquake. Probably. That's fair. I don't mind that, actually. I'll look forward, or I'll look into it. I'll look into it. Oh, you missed it, Jennifer. It's throw-in. Okay, our Elite Four in this game is going to consist of Clay, Elisa, Berg, Roxy... Oh, wait, no, that's not right. Clay, Elisa, Berg, Lenora, and the triplets as the champion. Now, Clay being the opener for the Elite Four, come on. That just makes too much sense. That's so good. So let's look at how one of the Elite Four members' teams operate. So it's a team of 4 Pokemon, important to note. They're all level 48. Is that right? Yeah. Into a level 50 Ace. We don't really need to worry about BST or anything at this point. It's just kind of throwing the mons at the screen, you know? For the triplets, how about a rotation battle? I'll think about that. We'll see. The fun thing is you won't get to fight them until the rematch team. Jennifer, you gotta type in throwen. Like throwen, like Owen, you know? It's in the description if you want to see the exact spelling. Okay, so Clay. Obviously he's got this squad. Let's take a look at the ground types that you can find in Gen 5. I do have to go in like 20 minutes, unfortunately. Which kind of sucks. I really wish we were able to do this in like one fell swoop. There you go. Alder covers fighting weakness. True, true. Triple battle was fine. Traded Golurk with Chantal. I kind of like that. So it would be, obviously, Excadrill as the ace, right? I think Crocodile is pretty much a guaranteed. And then we got 2 slots to work with. It's Seismitoad, Stunfisk, or Golurk. Yeah, I think Golurk is going to stay here. I think it's a pretty... I mean, like, unless Chantal really needs it on the squad... How many Pokemon do we get? 5 or 4? It's only 4 in this game. It's only 4. Which is kind of depressing, not gonna lie. Oh yeah, and he uses a Palpitoad in the... Is it only in the remakes? No. It's in Black and White. Oh, I keep seeing remakes, but I mean the sequels. Need to keep Stunfisk open for Elisa. We're basically crafting this position where Elisa's gonna be the worst Elite Four member of all time. Alright, I think this is looking pretty good. Let's take a look at their abilities here. Let's get rid of this. Don't need that. Don't need that. Just closing down a couple of Bulbapedia pages. Okay. Let's go down the line here. So I think Intimidate's going to be the better play for like an enemy team on Crocodile. Palpitoad has Swift Swim, interestingly enough. Is there any other option? We got Poison Touch. That's odd. May poison targets when a Pokemon makes contact. How does that... So is this more specific than Poison Point? Is that how this works? Who wants Stunfisk? I'd love Stunfisk to be like the Slowpoke tail of Unova. That would work. That'd be so good. Elisa's new team could be trying to make ugly Pokemon look beautiful. That's kind of fun. I mean, it kind of has to be that, right? How does this differ from Poison Point? It seems like it's a more specific version of Poison Point, right? Because Poison Point can proc... There's a 1 in 3 chance that the attacking Pokemon will become poisoned. Hit by a move that makes contact. If a Pokemon with this ability uses a move that makes contact, there's a 30% chance. This is the same ability! Am I dumb? Oh, no. I'm reading it wrong. So Poison Touch works in the opposite direction. You are touching the Pokemon. I get it. Don't clip that. Don't clip that. Okay. So it is technically... I don't know if it is worse or better. It's different. I think I'd rather have Poison Point than Poison Touch. I'll say that much. But I do think we want to keep that here. Because we can't use Water Absorb. In Swift Swim, we're not running a Rain team on Clay. I'm sorry. That's not how we're doing things. So Poison Touch it is. It does get Drain Punch. Interesting. What are we rocking with stats-wise? Very bulky. Mostly a physical attacker. I like it. I like it. And then Sand Rush. We could make this a sand team. I don't hate that. Is that the only ability Excadrill gets? Also has Force. I feel like we're gonna want Speed, right? It's already pretty fast. What kind of moves are you rocking here? I'm assuming we're gonna have Earthquake. I like the Toad. I'm glad you do, Jennifer. Crunch. We could run Foul Play. That'd be kind of interesting. Although, are you using a physical Pokemon on this team? You know what I mean? Oh, cool. I didn't know this. So if the user had huge power or held Choice Band, it would increase the stat. Interesting. No Guard Golurk. True, Gakabo. True. Foul Play and Swagger combo? Is that what he's running in base game? No, he's only running Swagger. I could see it, because then that would kind of be reminiscent of his team in base game. I'll write it down as an idea. We could also use this guy as Sandstorm setter. Although maybe Seismitoad is a better bond to do that with. And then, like, a rock move, like Rock Slide, would be good. I'll write that down, too. That's probably, like, what we go with, right? Oh, Intimidate Foul Play. Good point. So it's probably gonna... Good call out to Leaf. Guys, I swear I'm not stupid. I'm only a little stupid. I'm only a little stupid. Dragon Tail could be interesting, I guess. What do we want to look out for here? We want to look out for water types. We want to look out for grass types. Wow, Jennifer is spamming frog emotes. Like, we could also give this bulk up or something. It's also not nice to lie. Honestly, like, Aerial Ace is good coverage. Sludge Bomb is good coverage, although we don't want it on this thing. Thunder Fang is kind of interesting. I'll write that down. And I'll bold that because that is a move tutor move. Or, sorry, breeding move. Honestly, one of the Fangs could be interesting. I don't mind that. That's not a terrible call. I think I'm good on Crocodile. Let's move on to Seismitoad. A Pursuit? I'll write it down. Pursuit is disgusting. Alright, Seismitoad's got Poison Touch. This team is full on physical attacks. Hope that you have enough teammates that can handle that. True. We have... I think Drain Punch is decent coverage, you know? Little fighting type. Healing move. Hyper Voice is interesting. There's no secondary effect to that, yeah? Just straight up 90 base power. Yeah. I don't know if I love it. Yeah, Muddy Water is really going to be the best bet here, right? Like, there's Scald, there's Surf. Maybe it is Scald. Maybe it is Scald. It's Scald or Surf for sure. One of the two. Poison coverage is needed for grass. Good call out. Good call out. I know you guys were saying Poison Jab earlier. Let's go with that for now. Definitely needed. And then, like, what? Earthquake? Right? It doesn't even get Earthquake on level up. This thing is kind of not good. This just in, Seismitoad is not that great of a Pokemon. Ooh, what about Venoshock, chat? Poison Touch, Venoshock? Give it Toxic too, just in case. Can we boost its special attack at all? Nah. Oh, Venoshock doesn't do contact? Is that right? There's something there. I'll look around. I'll look around. I think that's a good start. Let's move on to Go Lurk. Is Dig a contact move? Probably. The animation seems like it is. I know in order for it to be boosted, it would require that. So that's why I'm thinking maybe you run Toxic on it too. But then, like, that's a fair point. Because then, like, Exalted says 4 Pokemon. That's right. The Elite Four in this game is only 4 Pokemon. We are staying with that philosophy. Exactly, yeah. Yeah. You don't want to give a Grass-type Pokemon a turn to even use a move. That's a fair point. Alright, we're getting rid of the Venoshock idea for now. Yes, the champion does use 6 Pokemon. Okay, Go Lurk, which is kind of a fun idea for a mon for Clay. It doesn't really work. Like, thematically? Low-key, would Stunfisk work better for this guy? Because then it's got electric moves. You know what I'm saying? For the water-type Pokemon? Am I crazy? Tell me if I'm crazy, chat. But I'm thinking like, you know, Shadow Punch for stab, Earthquake for stab, Stunfisk Gaming. I mean, if Clay discovered ancient ruins with his mining business, Golurk would make sense, maybe. Would Heavy Slam be good here? Jennifer, we're gonna need you to stop spamming the frog emote if possible. Rollout's kind of interesting. I know we get, do we get the elemental punches here? Nope, that's only black and white too. Cool. Yeah, I didn't want them anyways. I was just, you know, baiting you into thinking that I did. True, if fairy types were involved. The frog emotes were only showing up on stream, like, on the display, which is funny. I don't know why my stream display only does that. Give it fly? No way it has fly. It does, I forgot about that. It's immune to thunder? Wait, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, Delete? What are we, Pokemon challenges right now? Using fly during thunder? Stunfisk, Scald, Surf, Muddy Water, Thunder Wave. See, there's an angle for Stunfisk here. I kind of want to game it out. But what else can we get here with Golurk, just in case? Curse is kind of interesting. I don't think steel damage is going to help us out that much, right? Oh, dude, I'm so stupid to leave. That's actually a funny idea. It's ground type, it's immune. Oh my god. I can be so funny sometimes. Oh my... Okay. Did the network go out? Maybe my screen will turn back on. Daniel, welcome on in. I feel like Gigalith would be a much better mon to fit Clay's vibe and set up sand than Golurk. That's an interesting idea, because I feel like it harkens back to Bruno using Onyx. I'll think about that. That's a decent idea. And it does really fit with Clay's vibe. That's kind of fun. Good suggestion, Daniel. Thank you. Bounce. Spamming double team for Golurk. Let's move on to Excadrill for now. I think there's more that I can do there, but honestly, like, I gotta go. I don't think I can finish this tonight. And like, we've been streaming for 3.5 hours. Like, what are we doing? On another Kingdra situation? Guys, I solemnly swear to not recreate the Kingdra situation, okay? That's never gonna happen on this channel. I can tell you with very high faith that that is not happening. Do we probably want to reset Sand just in case with Excadrill, just in case, so it can get that Sand Rush boost back, right? We are gaming a Johnny. Recreate the Kingdra situation or bust. The Kingdra situation, it's just you'll never take me alive. It's not referencing anything. It's just talking about how Claire and Juan's Kingdras run double team. Okay, Excadrill, what do you got for us? Earthquake, most definitely. Right. We want to get... Is there anything better than Metal Claw here? Please? Do you learn Iron Head? Bro, only by Move Tutor in Black and White 2. What are we doing? I mean, I'll take Metal Claw for the attack raising potential, I guess? This is crazy. There is no Iron Head TM. There is no Iron Head TM. Honestly, X Scissors really good coverage. And it does get Poison Jab too, but this would be interesting because it's got... well, does Poison Jab have... Oh, it's got Poisoning Chance, so honestly, like, just throwing Poison Jab on here again could be interesting. Like, could you run Swords Dance, maybe? Who needs Steel-type attacks anyways? Honestly, fair point. It's not giving us much. Rock Slide could be good. It literally has iron on its head. What are we doing, Game Freak? Okay, sounds good. I will go ahead and get the TCG ready, and I will redeem that, and then I will end stream. We are going to end here on a high note with Clay. Unfortunately, we did not... let's just throw Swords Dance on here for now. We did not make it through all of the teams. Maybe I'll do this again to follow up. We'll see. Why is it only giving me one option to open? Oh, okay. One sec, let me set my stream. Or my cable up, if you will. Nobody's redeemed a TCG in a while, okay? What's up, Azanathal? Holy moly, this is rage bait. I just got to the stream and you're ending it. I knew exactly when you would tune in, Azanathal. Okay, it's plugged in. I'm waiting to do a TCGP 10. When someone else does it? What are we doing, Chad? Come on, give me a break. Someone should do a super chat before then. Hello? No, I'm watching an episode of The Boys with some friends after this. Okay. How do I check how many points you have? You're gonna want to do !OKoins with a K. I need 55 Poke Gold. What are we doing here? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Poke Gold paid for, chat. It's 10 doubloons. Make sure stream's looking good. That's loading up nice and well. Oh. We got some gambling in chat. You love to see it. I don't condone actual gambling, but maybe. Okay. Okay, cool. We are ready to go. Oh my gosh, I still need more Poke Gold. I need to pay for more. Okay, here we go. We're here, and we're ready. 10-pack on Tom. Good luck, gamers. Let's see what we get. Where do I see the OKoin shop? The redeems are in the description. Good luck. Okay. Only got one cool animation. I've opened one 10-pack earlier. Okay, new full art. That's not nothing. Tom didn't need to redeem it because I forgot his birthday. So this is his gift. Vaporeon EX, you love to see it. Okay. Why is there like a loading thing on top of the... My bad, I don't know why that's there. Is it this? Yeah, there we go. I love guilting Owen into things. Listen, if I can get like a shiny Pokemon, I'll be happy, okay? These? Hey, Celebi's kind of cool. Birthday opening, exactly. That was... that was a little bit of a rough one, I will say. One full art rare, an EX, that's about it. You know what? I think I got what I deserved. Yeah, the Seviper is cool, I will say that. And I'm a fan of Seviper. I will say that. Okay, who is still streaming? Let's check out who I can send you guys over to. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Please let me know what you guys think about this format. If you would like to do it again with me, I'm very happy to do it. I had fun. I hope you guys had fun. Yeah, I might be streaming this weekend. We'll see. I will keep you guys posted on that. If not, I will see you guys next Tuesday. Too bad Seviper is hit with the Hoenn special. Exactly. I don't see anyone I can redirect to, honestly. Tom, you got any suggestions for a redirect? Otherwise, I'll just hit up someone random. Peace out to Leaf. Don't forget to turn off the oven. True. Almost forgot. Almost forgot. Guess we got a camera now. Arc? Is Arc streaming? What's the full name again? Arc, it's like something Arc, right? Johnny had fun. Awesome. Thank you so much for letting me know. Yeah, Game Shark Arc. I knew it was Shark something. Cool, cool, cool. Oh gosh, I gotta figure out which one's the mobile stream. I can do this. I can't tell. Nope, I almost sent you guys to the short stream. Okay, there we go. We got it. Alright, go check out Game Shark Arc. He is streaming Roguemon. Very cool. Pretty F it up again. Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching again. It was wonderful. Yeah, there is a way to do mobile streaming on YouTube, but not... I don't do it myself. I should, maybe, but... maybe not. Anyways, hope you guys have a good week. Thank you all for tuning in. No promises on when this video comes out, not gonna lie. It might be a second, but you know what? We're having fun, and that's what matters. So, peace out. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye, gamers.